As you might expect, the weeks after shrooms is quite an evolutionary one. If you go about the shroom experience with the intent of learning about yourself, well, wow. Things begin to incorporate, things begin to literally change and manifest in your reality differently. I now tend to see all situations as a comedic one, right? Where even if I'm to like lose my pants in a social situation, or my hair isn't placed in a perfect way, I don't even care. Because if I were to be placed in another person's position looking at myself, I would just laugh. And when you realize that there's always a sense of comedy in all situations, now this is obviously the shroom experience that I'm describing, the results, everything becomes a bright sense of joy, right? And as that extension of excitement, as that extension of joy, things begin to turn into love. Things begin to turn into light. The whole experience of mushrooms, light, sensation, feeling, joy. Everything begins to reverberate to that sense of beautiful, real in a sense of what you would want to experience, right? You can change your reality to the way that you really want to experience it, and it will show you what you want to experience and what you don't want to experience, and you move away from that and you go towards the true grounded, real state of self. So the results are still being ingrained in me, and it's wickedly strange at how it worked. So the first day afterwards, it was like a hangover, terrible headache, probably what I think is from dehydration, because I only drank a few glasses of water, plus shrooms, which I hear dehydrate you, right? And I didn't have any sense to drink anything or eat anything. In fact, I ate an almond like right after 3 hours of tripping, and it was the weirdest thing to put in your mouth, in my mouth. You know, it's this hard, dense, random thing. Oh, no sense of desire to food, literally. Okay, but the results, man. So the first day after was like hangover. The second day after, I was like, oh God. So we can integrate this stuff. It goes even beyond the experience. Like, your mind is still frameworked by the mushrooms. And as you experience the day-to-day basis, for me it was automatic. Maybe it was just my dose level, but for me it was automatic, where I started literally seeing situations differently, fundamentally, groundedly, right? The state itself, my existence itself was changed, altered to view things differently. Now, the ultimate source, who really cares? It was a combination of self doing the work itself because it has to, but also the substance helps, right? So the next day, an increased state, more happiness, more love, more light, and I was beginning to think at this point, well, shoot, maybe this is just like the post days of the shroom experience where I'm just feeling joy, and I hope, oh my gosh, I'm slightly scared. You know, I'm not scared at all, but I was slightly fearfulized that it was going to go away. Because you think of a substance in this modern culture, we always think like, well, you get shit out of luck with a disease and you have to take a substance, whatever. Well, you get shit out of luck with emotions, well, you gotta take a substance, whatever. So I was tending to think that, oh man, I really hope that I don't have to feel dependent on this. And as the days went on, my level of light, my level of love, my level of joy, my level of self, my level of understanding of what I needed to do on this planet just kept increasing. And it still is. And that's why I'm making this video, because I mean, I literally feel like I am love, and over this past week, I've felt many times throughout the day where I just want to cry with joy, right? And I could even get myself to go about that pathway again, because I kind of feel it. Just because life itself is so beautiful that you can, you know? So, oh man, I appreciate shrooms so much. I mean, they are truly a medicine. Depression, PTSD, I can totally understand that would help. And from my experience, I totally, if you feel the calling at all, mushrooms will find its way into your life. For me, literally, everything worked out perfectly. I was like, wow, I really feel like it's time to do shrooms. It's time. And my friend goes to a different place, and there's shrooms waiting literally at a dealer of the cannabis, right? The cannabis dealer's like, hey, I got some shrooms. Perfect amount. Perfect situation. They were there. So the calling, if it will be, it seems like there's some sort of framework that goes on, right? Like, who are the elves that are teaching you, so to speak? Who's that thing that guided me towards those mushrooms, because it wasn't just the physical state. Weeks beforehand, months beforehand, I started getting visuals. I started getting meditation experiences, dream experiences. They started to literally permeate. They permeated. It seems like the event itself permeates in both directions, both in the future and in the past. So you start to pick up on the future involvement of something. So in my dreams, they were telling me, hey, are you ready? Yes, you are ready, because we're here to tell you that you're ready. So go about that. Go about this pathway. We're going to tell you something. And people have these experiences with ayahuasca too. I just watched a video about someone going about an ayahuasca experience who was then told in that experience that, hey, many multiple lifetimes we've done this. The spirit of ayahuasca, as it's called, or said to be, was telling this person, hey, these are all your lives. This is a medicine that you've been using, and we've been connected for a long time. You know, you were here. Man, wow. It's crazy, okay? So based upon my experience, I think everyone could use it, but of course not everyone in the perfect moment at this moment. Perfect as in this moment. Not everyone in this moment. Not someone who's tied up to a bed in the most random situation that you could even think about. Obviously not. But I really think that there's such a beautiful benefit to mushrooms, and they have something to teach you if you are to use it with respect, if you are to use it with a purpose, with an intent, and go about that pathway. So, thanks for watching.